I played it basically all day, and it really appears just to be completely random. So for everyone who wants to grind, this is an event for you. It has pretty decent rewards. Let's look at who's our leaderboard. Like, just look at this guy, K33, 200 million power, and has put up a score that I don't know if anybody can beat. So only two people have got over 10,000. The other guy, I think he's 500 or 600 million. Sarah, I don't even know if she can check in to keep up her bubble. She is about 50 million. And Icy, 400 million. Jack, he's like 2-3 billion. Anyways, the point here is only, I think, 3 players on this entire top 11 are over 1 billion in power, even over 500 million. So this is a completely wide open event, and it has pretty decent rewards. Like, if you get 150 of these gems, you'll get a lot of gems. And that one kind of sucks. But this one, you get some art treasure scrolls. Everybody needs that. Senior March buffs. There's some pretty decent rewards to be had, I'd say. So I got very happy that it looks like I'm probably going to get 7th place. I don't really know how I could do better. So let's look at it. I'm going to show you a few things, what I picked up, tips that I got from people. Basically, the most important choice you're going to make is right here. Your first buff is going to come in the game. So I just reset there. So let's get a first buff. So here's my options. Increased mounted troop defense, HP, blah, blah, blah. Not a very good option. Increase all troop attack, defense HP by 80, but now you can't heal. Brutal strike. Your troops gain 5% attack for every 1% troop lost. That sounds pretty good, actually. Maximum 500. And when you get to the end, your buffs are only like 300%. So adding 1% up to 500% seems pretty awesome to me. So I'm going to pick it, but let's pretend I'm not happy. All I'm going to do is click reset. This is the most important decision you're going to make in the whole game. So now I get different buffs. And you can see, I could pick one. I don't think any of those were good. So I'll reset again and see what I get. And this is the one that I think is the best. I don't know. You guys let me know. Every single round, you'll get 3% of your troops back. I think that's pretty important. Like, all your points in this thing are multiplied off of how many points you have alive after each attack. So it seems to me like that would be pretty important. And then you pick your troops. I'll tell you right now, when I got 9,100, my best score was with 2 siege always in the battle. And the reason I did that, let's get out of here and go through some of the pictures I took here. So this was the one I got 9,100 on. And there's a buff you can get that Siege Machine will get a random chance to just win the battle, just kill the opponent. So that's why I took Siege. So anyways, you can see I really focus on restoring health, and it's worth points. So right here, restore 20% after each battle, restore 20% after each battle. Do not take damage when dispelling poisonous fog. So I've since learned the green clouds, the green fog is poison, and you don't have to touch them. So do everything you can to not touch it. I've played around and opened them all up, and there's never been anything underneath. All that's happened is I've taken tremendous damage to my troops. So when you're picking buffs, I don't even care which troop I take. I just want to take the highest one. So let's pretend right here, like just looking at this, if I had ground troop was my best, I'd take ground. If range troops were my best in the battle, I would take siege or ground. I'm not going to take the siege 8%, obviously. These buildings, do not touch them ever. They make no sense. They will kill 10% of your troops, and then you get 40% more buff. Like, that's just not a good trade-off. I'd rather attack with 10% more troops because, it's worth it. So anyways, here, when you get to the life streams, I think that the best one is almost always going to be the one on the left that does 20% to all your troops, because you're going to have 5 to 8 different troop types every time you use a life stream, and that's 100% to 160% versus 45%. Very rare times would you do a single troop. And right here, we have the Mayan center stone. That if you see that on the level, open it right away because you'll spin and get a buff. So why attack without the buff? You might as well use it. And then this one right here, this will give you free troops. So you get to pick some troops, and it's like the mercenaries in Battlefield. And we'll go through. Eventually, I'll have some videos here of me playing. And right here, you can see just more buffs. Basically, in this round, I was going with range. Trying to go strong on range. Someone told me range and mount were the two best to go with all the time. It didn't really work out for me. So anyways, here, I went with the far right, rehab, restore 1% of your troops each time you do a level, or on the left, increase your march size 10%. We all know march size is OP in the game. Plus, more march size means more troops are surviving the battle, which is a higher multiplier. That's the only thing I've figured out really for this game of how to score high is try to keep all your troops alive and try to revive them. And that's it. Like, nothing else matters other than getting lucky. So take buffs that will make you stronger. And then these are like some of the rune stones. You'll see them at the bottom there. And some of them don't really do much for you. They're kind of weird. So here's me playing earlier today. Basically, what you'll see is I mix around my troops, trying to make sure no one gets too low. Because I want to be able to use those 20% restore all troops so that I can restore them. If one gets below and it gets to like 70% dead, only 30% alive, then I can't restore it. I want them all to be pretty equal. So I'm always switching up. So these Mayan warriors, they're the best. Oh, these poison things. All you have to do, so they're clicking the left on the stream, and these poison totem poles, all you have to do is open a cloud beside it, and then it's done. So just press. And once you're attacking a warrior or looking at your rune stones, the poisonous totem won't shoot you during that time. So attack the guard or the warrior, and then start opening clouds and gifts so that you can get closer to unlocking that poisonous totem pole. You want to basically kill all the guards and warriors you can so that you can unlock buffs. Because you want buffs when you fight the chief, whatever he's called. Is he called the high priest or something like that? I guess we'll see as we continue to go along here. But it's completely random, which I guess is kind of good in a way, but kind of bad in a way too. So these warriors, just attack them. There's going to be some levels where you kill the final chief and just keep attacking them for buffs for next round. So here, I had 60% revival on my troops, and I literally could just keep attacking, and they'd never get down to zero. So even if I had, 100,000 troops, I'd attack, and I'd have 60,000 the next round. It would never get dead, just like rebirth on your subs. But I ended up finding out that wasn't the best strategy, because you want a maximum amount of troops living after. But if your only goal is to finish the round, like you're really close to the end and you just want to lock in a score, those restore troops per battle are good ones to have. But it's not going to win you anything because you want to basically keep all your troops alive. This Brutal Strike seems to be one of the best ones to get. And basically that's it. So just keep fighting and trying to get a higher score. Here's me, stage 19. I think that's about the highest score you're going to get at stage 19. You're somewhere around 5,000. And then when you finish the final round, so as you could see, I'm done. I could go in the portal here. But I want to fight these guys because I want higher buffs going into the final round. And you could see everything that has a little bit of damage, I'm not bringing into this battle because I'm going to win anyways. So I'm putting in everything that has 100% troops because after the round, I'm going to heal troops. And there's no point healing when your troops are at 100%. So you kind of want to balance the damage across all of your troops. And another tip that I really learned really early was send 5 troops. Like send 5 generals with 5 troops. I was sending 1 at a time. And I thought like, okay, I'll send 1. And then when he's dead, I'll send another. And like, no, that's stupid. That's really stupid. Send all 5 at a time, spread the damage across all of your troops, and that's really it. So here I am at the final level, And I'm going to use all the runes I can because there's, nothing else to do here. So revive my troops. I might as well get them all up to full power. Might as well just keep reviving if I have any more. And then there's certain ones you can use where you'll like start off the battle killing him for 5%, or you'll go in with 100% extra power. And you can see I'm going to go with my 5 original generals. They're stronger than the mercenaries because they will use your specs on your generals, apparently. No one really knows because it doesn't show a battle report. So you don't know. So there you go. That's how I got 9100, unlocked it all. But disappointingly, I'm in 7th, and I'll probably get bumped down, right? Like, there's going to be people who are in alliances that don't rally at all, and they're just going to destroy me, and they're going to get to play over and over and over. But I genuinely do not like this event. I think it's too slow. It's just, all the easy levels at the very end. Like right now, I could click on that rewind button and go back a couple levels, but you should actually be able to pick what level you want to go back to. It shouldn't be like you want to go back to level 17 or 18. I should get to go to like 12 or 10 or always start at a certain level. Anyways, going back to level 1, it's really, really monotonous. I'm torn right now. I don't know if I want to... I just don't know for the rewards if I want to try. Like right now, hypothetically, looking at these Mayan rewards, let's just say, so I'm in 7th. That gets me 45 of these chests. If I drop down to 10, I get 50 and 30. How far do I drop before I'm not happy and I want to play anymore? I don't think it's realistic for me to expect that I'm going to move up and get into the top 3 or 4 and get points. It's just those guys got really lucky. I guess there's 5 more days to get lucky, but I don't know. If you guys have other strategies, my main strategy is basically just spread the pain around, move the generals in and out so that you have a nice even balance of wounded, and try and have as many troops survive each battle. Let me know in the comments if you figured out any other strategy. What troops are you using? You have 5 slots, so for the most part, you're going to use 1 ground, 1 archer, 1 mount, 1 siege. Which one are you doubling up with? I've tried doubling up with mounted and range. It didn't work well. The one that worked best for me was siege. And as I said, the reason I did siege is because I'd sent 2 siege generals, and I had that buff that said 30% chance that the siege machine will just end the battle outright with 1 shot. So who knows? Anyways, like, subscribe, leave a comment.